San Diego Prep Insider Football Podcast. Christian, where are we?
We're at La Jolla High School because these guys had a pretty decent win last week. We'll let them get to that, though. We'll explain all that. But first, Tommy, we got to get to the top 10 because
we'll do our normal business.
No. This is not normal business. This top 10 this week, I get it. We got 2 undefeated teams in LCC and Torrey at the top, but 3 and everybody on down. I can't tell them apart.
I can't either. Basically, picking names out of a hat at this point. At number 10, it is Mira Mesa. Number 9 is San Marcos. 8, Carlsbad. Big win for them this week over San Marcos. Number 7, Mission Hills, finally back playing San Diego. Team's looking good. Number 6 is East Lake. 5 is Saints. 4 is Helix, who figured it out too as well. They got Noah back, so that's good for them. Number 3 is Cathedral. 2 is La Costa Canyon. And number 1 still is Torrey Pines.
Tommy, let's get to game balls. I want to talk about you guys in just a second because that was a pretty huge win. Let's talk about UC. From big explosive wins to a nitty-gritty road defensive struggle type of win, I will give them my first game ball. My second game ball is going to go to La Costa Canyon for another win over Oceanside. This one by 20 points. It was a dominant win. Really, both sides of the ball are working really well there for LCC.
And they pulled a whole bunch of trick plays too. It was an awesome game to watch.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Game ball to Point Loma for a decisive, huge road win at Olympian. The Pointers, they've had a pretty tough schedule, but it would not surprise me if they kind of play spoiler down the road in some league games. And, Game ball also bounce back win for Mater Dei Catholic, 26-0 over Chula Vista. They'd suffered a couple close losses the last few weeks. Last game ball I got to give, though, goes to La Jolla. So you guys were down. Scripps was about to take a knee. Things looked like it was over. 40-ish seconds later, you guys win. Yada yada. You want to kind of fill the people in on what happened that game?
Yeah.
By the way, first of all,
introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Greg Nelson, junior. Excited for what we're doing, but the game it was ridiculous. We have ballers. Max. At the end of the game, we thought it was over. I was kind of down. You can see me in the film, but Max made a play. The quarterback was trying to kneel, and he took too long, and Max got there. He's a baller, and I knew it was either going to be him or our friend Kelton, but it was amazing. It was emotional for me because I've never seen anything like that, and yeah, it was ridiculous.
Gentlemen, how about you introduce yourselves as well, and then explain what was going through your guys' mind the last minute of the game?
Okay, I'm Jack Weiss. At the end of the game, I was kind of, I was already disappointed, thinking they're taking a knee. It's pretty much over. And then here comes Max Smith and just comes and knocks the ball out of the QB's hands, recovers the fumble, and then to finish it off with the touchdown at the end. It was the most amazing game of football I've ever seen.
Yeah, like Jack was saying, I'm Noah Marquez, but as he was saying, we were pretty upset that they were just going to take a knee. We knew something big had to happen, something spectacular at the end. Max came in clutch, got that strip, and then with the touchdown next play was insane.
That wasn't how you guys drew it up in game plan.
That was all him. That was all him. That was all instinct.
You guys don't have the defense fumble play? You didn't call that one?
No. That was all him.
Tell us what this win does. You're going into a bye week now. What does this do to help set up the team for the rest of the season?
It definitely gives our blood pumping because we came off 2 very close losses with Santa Fe and was the one before? It was Del Norte. Yeah, we lost within a couple points. And for our next couple weeks, we got league, so we got Morris and then Lincoln. So definitely for this win, it gives us our blood pumping and it gives us energy to go beat those teams that are pretty hard teams in our league.
Oh yeah, it seems like he's got something to say about what does this do for the team right now.
It definitely gives us momentum. Coming off of some tough losses, those were some really close scores, and we were almost there, and it was kind of disappointing, but we came back, and with the great plays that my friends made, it was ridiculous, and it definitely gives us momentum going in, getting our bodies rested, being in good thoughts, and getting ready for what is to be a crazy season, and what we hope to do is something special. So can't wait.
All right, so Tommy, you want to hit us now with your game balls?
Yeah, I'll go with my game balls. Won't be as exciting as those. I've got Josh Davies from Vista. He had 3 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Dang.
One of those was a 99-yarder, so that kind of padded stats a little bit. But yeah, so I guess he ties the record with the 99-yard touchdown, longest ever, probably. David Flores, also from Vista, 127 rushing yards and a touchdown. So Vista was all over the place on the ground. Elion Noah, mentioned him briefly, back from injury for Helix. Big game for him, 177 rushing yards and a touchdown. Mateo Sanui, Valley Center. They're going up against RBV, Dorian Richardson, one of the best backs in the county.
Big win. That was huge.
And Mateo said, you know what? I think I'm going to run for more yards than him. He did 171. rushing yards.
Second best running back in the country. That's a pretty big night.
It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and then I like talking about these kids from the East, the Imperials. Nathan Hart from Imperial, 192 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. I did all running backs in honor of Noah not being here to kind of help him out.
Fair enough. Alrighty, guys. So you guys got the bye week, so maybe you can take a little bit of time to focus on some other opponents, do some game picks with us? Yeah, sound good? All right, so the way this works, you don't have to know anything about the teams if you don't want to. People don't seem to think that either of us know anything about these teams either, so go ahead, just give us an answer. Go with your gut, go with the mascot, don't care, just help us pick a side on this. First game we got Chula Vista versus Morse. This one last year went Chula's way. Can this be a clapback game for Morse? What are we going to see? I'm going to take Morse in a nail biter.
Yeah, I definitely know Shamar Martin and Jacob Hicks. Those are ballers that I include in my group, Alarm Clock SD. I know they're gonna ball. So I know Chula Vista's got some ballers, but Morris, I kind of like those guys and what they're doing over there. So I think they could probably pull out the dub.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Morse as well. And I'm going to ask you guys this. Are you going to watch this game? Because this is the next team on your schedule. You got the bye, obviously. Are you guys going to be there, or how are you going to watch it?
Yes, definitely. We're going to watch film and
Yeah.
study that. They
We're
have
gonna
a
see
good
the film.
secondary. Very good secondary.
All right, there. So we're all on Morse?
All right, so Tom.
Yeah.
I got more.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Our next game that we're going to talk about is Poway versus Grossmont, pair of really physical teams on that cusp of the middle to upper D1. What are we talking about here is also two teams that need a win desperately to help set them up for the back half of the season. I'm going to go with Poway, guys. Tommy, how about you?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to go with Poway. Grossmont had a tough week last week. I think Poway's got this one. What do you guys think?
My brother actually played football at Grossmont, so I got Grossmont on this one.
There you go.
Very nice, very nice.
Grossmont is having somewhat of a rough season, so I'm going to have to go Poway.
Greg, close us out.
I like what Poway's doing, and I don't know. I hope it's going to be a close game because I know Thomas Mangum, and I really want him to get the dub. So
There you go. There you go. All right, next game, Steel Canyon, the defending state champs versus the Mira Mesa Marauders. Can Mira Mesa remain undefeated? Does Steel Canyon have it in them to take down one of the hottest teams in D2? This one is really tough, but I got to go with Mira Mesa moving on to remain undefeated. This one's going to be, I think, this one's going to be a shootout. This one's going to be 49-42, something ridiculous like that.
yeah, points. Yeah, I think Chance Johnson can put up points for Steel Canyon, and ballers everywhere on the field. So I don't know. This one's gonna be a no, but I can't even say that one's gonna be a
fair
shootout. That one's gonna be a shootout.
I'll do it for you. I know you want to say it's all set. I think Steel Canyon is going to win this game. They can play. They've proven they can play pretty much with anyone. They could also lose anyone. They're kind of inconsistent right now, but I like them in this game. I know Mira Mesa is ranked right now for us. Steel Canyon's not, but Steel Canyon's a team that definitely has talent. I'm going to go with Steel Canyon.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Steel Canyon. I know they have some amazing players.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take Steel Canyon just because I think Mira Mesa's had like a little bit of a light schedule, to be honest. Steel Canyon's got a good team.
All right, our last game, guys, we can go through this one real quick, is Mar Vista Santana. I'm going to go with the Mariners for a bounce back.
Mar Vista, they had a tough game against UC. I feel like they definitely have players that can get the job done, so I'm going Mar Vista on this one.
I'm going to go with Mar Vista too. They held UC to 18 points. UC a high-powered offense. Tough to do that, so that kind of encourages me to pick Mar Vista here. I'm going with Mariners.
I got Mar Vista.
I'm definitely going to go with Mar Vista. The fight they put up against UC was great, honestly.
There you go. All right. I do want to also get to one other thing. Yesterday on Instagram, we posted about undefeated teams remaining in San Diego. Max Preps, I apologize to Lincoln. You were listed at 4-1. We were just making a quick graphic, trying to throw anything together. Nothing, no disrespect was meant there. Speaking of no disrespect is meant, we sometimes butcher Braden's segment, and last week I just completely didn't even get his name right. So we're gonna fix that this week. Braden, you want to take it away for a couple minutes? Then we'll get to RBU with the man that they've been alluding to had the game of his life, and we'll close it out in just a minute. We'll be back in a second. All right, so I'm filling in again for RBU, and we would like to welcome. Look, sometimes we do quantity of yards, sometimes we do quality of yards. This one's just quality of general play. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Max Smith, running back and linebacker at La Jolla.
Now, Max, it's partially because of that slash linebacker that we've got you on here, because some running backs, you know, they'll make their own space, they'll make their own room. You're making your own opportunities by going in, forcing fumbles, getting the ball back to score your own game-winning touchdown. Kind of explain to people what happened on Friday night versus Scripps Ranch, because you had an insane last minute and a half.
Yeah, I don't know. We just threw an interception at the end of the game and kind of thought it was over. And I don't know, just like put into my own mind that I was going to get the ball either way. I was going to make sure we had a real chance to score and win. So when the snap of the ball, I just told the ref I was going to go after the ball and make a play. And I just went right as snapped the ball. I went, stripped the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Nobody knew what was happening, and honestly, I didn't even know what was happening if we were going to get the ball, and end up going our way and then going down the field and scoring a touchdown.
Now, yeah, okay. So right then, the very next play into the end zone. Was this something that you're like, oh yeah, totally planned this, or did you just sort of you're like in the end zone all of a sudden? Wait, what just happened?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. It was definitely the biggest moment in my sports career, but yeah, I just caught the ball and looked around and nobody was around me, so all I had to do was run into the end zone and hope nobody catches me from behind.
So you're making your own opportunities, you're scoring the ball. It seems like it's fair to say you're a central part of what's going on here at La Jolla. So what has been happening the last year or two, as it seems like newer, younger, faster, more dynamic is happening on the field?
Yeah, definitely. No, we've always been an athletic team, and I know we just started to build from younger ages now. And since we have like 4 sophomores starting on defense this year, so the next coming years will be great and keep building off that and just like starting a tradition that we haven't really had in many years. So that's just kind of like putting everything together and making us great.
So for you as a running back, is there 1 or 2 guys that you look at and you go, I really like what he does. I'm trying to do a little bit of that. I'm trying to be kind of close to that style.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of even high school players I look at, like some like Ozzie Nichols and running backs that just, I don't know, Alani Rico, some of the people in our league even, and then obviously NFL players like Luke Kuechly, LaDainian Tomlinson, great from San Diego, and just kind of trying to look at them and see how I can put my style on it and kind of like make it my game too.
Very nice. Well, let's finish with this. What did you do a celebration to celebrate game-winning touchdown after causing your own turnover?
No, I couldn't even think. I was just celebrating my team and kind of just.
So there was no Fortnite dancing being done in the end zone? Nothing that was quite on the moment?
No, not then, but maybe next time.
Okay, well, so then what would you go with if you had done the appropriate dance? If you had something prepared for a moment like that, which nobody ever does, but if you had, what would it have been?
I don't know. I'm not really a Fortnite player. But,
okay, so then what would just been the celebration?
I don't know. Just shoot, that's a hard one.
Well, we'll have to come back to him next time he gets one of those moments. So look out, defenses and offenses. Something new is coming here from La Jolla. It plays both sides of the ball. So this is really a unique candidate we've welcomed into RBU, man. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, thank you very much for sticking around with us this entire episode. Anyone care to end with, is it still sail the ship? Is that the motto here? Someone want to explain the motto this year?
Yeah. Of course, we always have our annual trip to Big Bear, kind of bring us together. Sail the ship is always the motto. We're pushing to create men in the society, not just people that forget what's going on. We want to help everybody in the community and still be Vikings no matter what. Alarm Clock SD.
Oh, look, I'll just say this. Coach was not standing behind there with a note card or anything. That was genuinely off the cusp. Yeah. Guys?
SAIL stands for selflessness, accountability, integrity, and love, and those are just the 4 values we hold most dearly on this team. And yeah, I think that's going to help us in the rest of the season.
Yeah, to add on what Greg said, we're just trying to create a team that not only is like a family in football, but is a family throughout like their life.
Man, well, thank you very much. For Christian Pedersen, Tommy Morris, the rest of our staff, thank you very much for watching this week. Check out our new radio show. We got all sorts of stuff. We'll be back for other game picks. See you around, sports fans.